What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports, back again with another one. Jermell, Lions only Charlo. You're making us look bad out here in these streets in H-Town, man. What's going on? I just got through watching a podcast featuring Eric Gomez. He's the president of Golden Boy Promotions. He runs the day-to-day operations of Golden Boy Promotions. Now, Oscar De La Hoya is the promotion company's founder. He is the face of Golden Boy Promotions. But when you talk about day-to-day operations, putting these fights together, putting these cards together, Eric Gomez is the guy that's doing all that. With all that being said, he was on a podcast, and they was talking about Vergil Ortiz Jr. Now, he got an upcoming fight versus Erickson Lubin, November 8th in Fort Worth, Texas. That's going to be a good fight. I'm looking forward to watching that fight. That's a true 50-50 fight in my opinion. But before he was able to secure that fight with Lubin, they said that they was trying to make a fight with him and Jermell Charlo. And Charlo turned the fight down. Now, Charlo was last seen in the ring 2 years ago when he lost to then undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez. He put on a piss poor performance, came up shorter than a midget on his knees. A lot of people were disappointed in how he performed in that fight, moving up 2 weight classes. He wasn't able to get Canelo's respect. Canelo basically walked him down and beat him up and had him on the ropes, pounding him and hitting him with hooks, left hooks, hit him with right hooks. Pretty much was having his way. Pause with Jermell Charlo. With all that being said, Charlo, why you duck the fight with Victor Ortiz? Why you didn't take that fight? Now, if you come back and fight Errol Spence Jr., okay, that's cool. We can understand that. But if you come back and fight a guy like Usima Lima, the guy that took on Jerome Boots Ennis, and Boots Ennis has been a guy that's been very active. But, you know, you see what he did when he moved up to 154. He took on a stepping stone type of fighter in Usima Lima. Now, if you take on a guy like that on that level, then you're going to get a lot of smoke from yours truly, man. You should have took that fight with Vergil Ortiz, man. You from Houston, Vergil from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That would have been a great fight. You could have put that fight at the Toyota Center here in Houston, or you could have put that fight over there at American Airlines Arena in Dallas. I don't think the fight probably was big enough to put it in the Cowboy Stadium, but it was damn so big enough to put it in Texas. You could have put that fight in San Antonio on neutral territory. You could have put that fight at where the San Antonio Spurs play their home games at. You could have put that fight there. Ain't that where Pitbull and Lamar Rose Jr., they fighting at that arena? I can't remember the name of the arena. You know, all these sponsors, corporate sponsors, rename these arenas. Yeah, I know what the old name used to be, but I don't know what the new name is. But that's neither here nor there. You could have fought at that arena, and you chose to sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor that you made in the Canelo Alvarez fight, evidently. Now, I seen Jermell Charlo on the Instagram video here recently, saying that he wouldn't mind fighting either Jerome Boots Ennis or Terence Crawford. But in the same interview, he said that Crawford was able to win against Canelo because he's the type of guy that thrives outside his element, and that himself needs to be in his element. So that let me know that he's going back down to 154 and that he just wasn't comfortable at 168. But you talking about fighting Crawford. Crawford ain't coming back down to 154. Crawford is the A-side. You want to go up there and fight him at 168 for his belts. You know what I'm saying? So that don't make no sense. Then you saying you want to fight Jerome Boots Ennis. Well, okay, Boots Ennis is free. Make the fight. Call Al. Tell Al to make the fight. But you're not going to do that. I think the most likely outcome is Jermell Charlo is going to take on Errol Spence Jr. They're going to try to make that fight for the first quarter of 2026. They're going to probably try to load up the undercard, and that'll probably be his first fight. Maybe he takes a tune-up before that, but it's going to be on that Usima Lima type of fighter if he does that. But I think from what he said in that Instagram video, he said he wants all the smoke, and he wants to get in there with the top names. So if that's the case, man, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Errol Spence Jr. That'd be a good fight for both guys. Like I said, that's the same situation that would have transpired if he would have took on Vergil Ortiz. You got Errol Spence Jr. from the same neck of the woods that Vergil Ortiz is from, and then you got Jermell from H-Town. So that would have been a good fight. That fight actually big enough where they probably might have put that fight in Cowboy Stadium, unlike Charlo versus Ortiz, where I don't think Ortiz is a bigger enough name to put that fight in Cowboy Stadium. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. But Jermell Charlo ducked Vergil Ortiz, according to Golden Boy Promotions president Eric Gomez. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What you think about Jermell Charlo ducking the fade with Victor Ortiz? You think that was a good move? With him being out of the ring that long, he maybe needs to take a tune-up and then get in there with the big fish, get in there in the deep waters, the shark-infested waters, and take on the likes of Errol Spence Jr., Sharon Boots Ennis, or even move up once again to 168 and take on the champion, and that champion goes by the name of Terrence Bud Crawford. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and follow me on Facebook, Gerard Briscoe. Follow me on TikTok at JB Sports. New media, follow me on Twitch at Briscoe MA77071. Follow me on Instagram at JB Sports 9707. And follow me on my YouTube channels at JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend 9656, and at JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend 8000. And like, share, and subscribe to JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend, and I holla.